You're going to hit the lock button 3 times on the factory key. 1, 2, 3. You'll get a couple of parking light blinks and chirps for confirmation. The doors are going to unlock, the truck's going to crank, and then the doors relock. First thing we're going to do is remove the bottom plastic from the steering column right here. The easiest way to do that is to go ahead and start the vehicle, and that will allow you to freely rotate the steering wheel. You'll see a screw here on the right and another one here on the left. Remove these 2 screws. Go ahead and pull the steering wheel out as far as it'll go. You're going to take your pry tool and stick it right here underneath the windshield wiper switch, and you'll be able to pop this panel loose just like so. The next thing we're going to do is just pop this dash panel area out, and you just pull on it right here. Go ahead and unplug the electrical connectors coming from the switch. It'll allow you to pop this out just a hair bit more. I went ahead and wedged our pry tool in here. This allows me access all up in here without having to remove the airbag or the bottom dash panel. If you guys follow these steps, you can have your 4Runner completed in under 15 minutes, start to finish. I like to start the wiring harness installation right here underneath the steering column. Go ahead and unplug the big white ignition switch connector. Once you have it removed, plug it into our harness, and then plug our harness back into the switch. So go ahead and fold the harness over. You're going to zip tie it to the main wire loom coming down, and then run the other end of it over here behind the metal bracket and bring it out of the dash opening on the left. Go ahead and grab the BCM portion of our T-harness. It's only going to fit one connector back here. As you can see, I already have it unplugged. It's the center plug on this particular model. The BCM configuration does change between trim levels of the 4Runner, but it's always the one that has the most wires in it, and there's only one plug that ours is going to fit. So go ahead and plug your factory connector into ours, and then take the other end of ours and plug it right back in. The last connector we need to install is the OBD2, which is underneath the dash. So go ahead and grab our OBD2 section of our harness, and you're going to drop it right back through the dash and onto the floor. Underneath the dash, you're going to see the OBD2 connector. This is the OEM that mounts into the metal bracket here. What you're going to have to do is pop it out of the bracket. So just use a little screwdriver or something to push the tab and push it right off the back side like this. Go ahead and grab the OBD2 portion of our harness, connect it to the factory connector, and then mount the other end back into the metal bracket. One last little tip for you guys. I usually use the big wire loom right here to zip tie the module to. Make sure that it's secure and doesn't rattle. And then when you guys reassemble the dash, make sure that you plug these switches back in. This customer is also getting a smartphone module, so I'm going to show you guys where to mount it. There's a big metal dash brace that goes behind the dash here, and then the vent kind of goes down on an angle. So the module will wedge right between the two perfectly. See if I can point at this. If you can see, I'm going to use a screwdriver to point, that big metal dash piece right here, if you go right up above it, it'll wedge right between the vent and the metal brace. So what you're going to do is plug the phone module straight into our remote start unit. There's no programming or syncing needed. You plug it in, you mount the module, and then you set the app up, and you are good to go. Got the 4Runner all finished up with our 100% plug and play remote start. Go ahead and give you a quick demo. You're gonna hit the lock button 3 times on the factory key. 1, 2, 3. You'll get a couple of parking light blinks and chirps for confirmation. The doors are gonna unlock, the truck's gonna crank, and then the doors relock. So if I come out here, we are locked. So basically you just hit the unlock button. You can get in it. It's still running. So let me shut the door here. And we got the AC on full blast. So wherever you guys leave the climate control, whether it's air conditioning or heat, that's what's gonna kick on when you remote start it. So all right, we're in it. We're gonna go ahead and put the key in, and you're gonna turn it 2 clicks. 1, 2, tap and release the brake pedal. And now you can pull it out of park and drive away.